So to start off this table, I just cut this 2-foot board on the 16-inch mark diagonally. I believe it was a 30-degree cut, and I follow up by making the corresponding top and bottom pieces at 30 degrees as well, following the measurements of that first cut that I made there. And here are the boards that I used to make those top and bottom frame pieces. And earlier I said I followed the measurements of those top and bottom pieces, but actually I went 1 inch inside those measurements. And once everything was sanded, I'll take it over here and use my 1/2-inch round over bit on the router to round over the bottom of the top and the top of the bottom board. Here I cut the 30-degree angles for the arms of the Tensegrity table, and also a 2-inch by 3/4-inch notch for them to see into the frames that I built for the top and bottom. And then I'm using a Bosch 1/2-inch dovetail bit in my router to make a dovetail inlay cut into the mitered part of the table arms. And this is one of the most important parts, is just drilling the holes together that the wires are going to go through. And I drill all the way through the bottom frame and only partially into the top frame so that I can glue the wires into the top and run them through the bottom underneath the table. And here I'm hammering the drill bit into that base while it's doweled in. That way it perfectly aligns once I drill the holes. And this piece is the same measurements as the bottom board. It's just going to be a border to block the eye bolts and essentially act as the feet of the table. And I used a square on the long backside piece of these arms to make a line at 5 inches on that curved part. And that way I had a nice indication of where to drill my hole for the cable. And this is just a pass-through dovetail jig. You can look up how to build them. They're super easy to build using the same dovetail bit to make the inlays for the corners here. I actually glued the eye bolts in at almost arbitrary angles. I just made sure that they would fit without hitting each other and without hitting the edges of the box. And this was really sad. I went to put polyurethane on these two pieces and it ended up stripping the stain right off them, so I sanded them back down and just restarted, and I'm glad I did because they turned out really nice the second time. And you know, it's always good to do something right the first time, but if it doesn't come out right or how you expect it, don't be afraid to redo it. And I actually used Krylon spray paint clear coat right here. It turned out amazing, and I think I might actually use it more. It just isn't very safe. You can't eat off it or anything, but for decorative pieces, it could work really well. I actually forgot to record gluing in the wires to the top, but I just used Gorilla Glue Clear and had it upside down, glued the 4 corners in, and then the middle pieces I glued in, clamped to the table one at a time so they could be upside down so the glue could go into the hole with gravity. And here you can see I'm just putting the wires around the eye bolts and gluing that bottom piece on, and then here I'm gonna crimp those wires to the eye bolts with some copper crimps that are just really cheap. Don't buy the $1 a piece crimps, just get the copper ones that electricians use. Anyway, this is about to be finished. I'm just gonna put the top on with those located dowels after I get these crimped and tensioned. And let me know what you guys think. I actually made this song in the background. It's my first voiceover, first long format video on this channel. Comment with any questions if I left anything out. And if you've enjoyed watching or found it useful, be sure to like and subscribe, leave a comment. Yeah, peace out guys, have a great day.